We suffer these straight things and hope to see the wide, man. That's why, that's the purpose of it. So you take these beatings and you become a spectacle to the world. You a fool for your Yahweh Shema, which I say. You preach. That's why he likened it to the foolishness of preaching. You ain't got no problem making yourself a fool in the eyes of these fools for Yahweh Shema Shai. Why? Because we hope to see the why, man. All right, the salvation of Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, and he said unto me, there is no judge above Yahweh, and none that have understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushua that is set before them, 2/3 of the nation of Israel. They despise the law. They despise any type of order. Even Esau's little laws he got, Jake hate that shit. Jake just hate order. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they just hate order. Anything where they can't just be lawless and be a fucking beast, they hate it, man. That's why Jake, one of another Jake's favorite words. Who the fuck is you? Tell Jay son, fuck is you? You can't tell me shit, you know. They be on that type shit. But because they hate the law. Especially the law of Yahweh Shem Shai that we bring it to them. Because not only is it order, it's righteous order. Jake hate righteousness. All the shit that's exalted in this place is evil shit, wicked shit. But it says, for the Most High have given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment, the law. All right. So, matter of fact, it's 7. So like second Edges 7 and 7. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left deep water. So if you imagine walking this straight gate, and it's a raging sea on one side and a blazing fire on another side. Right? This is what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is likened the straight gate into. So, as it says in Proverbs 4, and I believe that was 26, if you sway to the left and sway to the right, is death. You know? It says, and one path and only, hold on, Salaki, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but only one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass through the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right, this is us hoping for the why, as it's going to get until later in the chapter. All right, how else can we get this other than to suffer these things? All right, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're not willing to suffer these things, so they're not going to get it. I mean, you're going to get it, you know, but you're not going to be the first fruits. Lord willing, you know, myself and the brothers that push his word in sincerity and truth for it. But you're not going to be the first fruits. You're going to get smoked and then have to be reborn, you know. But if we, speaking on the hopeful elect, if we don't go through these things, how we going to get it? It's no other way to receive these things. You know, just you as a father, if you're a father in any sense, you don't give your kids shit just cause. You got to go through some type of something to get it. It may not be intense as our walk, but the gifts that you give your kids don't compare to the gift of the kingdom of heaven anyway. So of course it's not going to be as intense as our walk. These things we going to receive, Lord willing, it's going to be worth it, man. If you think of your worst time, your lowest hell in this truth, it can't even compare, man, to what Yahweh Shemal Shai is going to give us, you know. It says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. There are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. All right. So if we don't walk this straight gate, all right, this narrow path, how will we ever receive the things that Yahweh Bashim Shai has laid up for us? And that's the kingdom of heaven, and everything that comes with it, the rulership, eternal life, and everything that Yahweh Bashim Shai has promised us. If we continue to walk on this narrow path in sincerity and truth, not perfectly, but full of faith and full of belief, you know. But I ain't gonna hold you. I hope that video was edifying. Shalom.